thought of last Millennium in our forefront tonight, as we are still uncertain as to what's to be going on tonight. We welcome you to Millennium 55 as the road to Danger Zone continues tonight. Like, as I just said, a lot of uncertainty going into the road to the Danger Zone continues tonight. But one thing is for certain, we are at some point tonight going to get word of what is going on with the Lioness Championship tonight, as Faye Valentine will address what happened last Millennium with Revy stealing the belt. And not only that, in our main event tonight, current champion Midoriya takes on in non-title action the militant Street Fighter Alex in your main event tonight. And as we get set for our first bout here tonight, it is one-on-one action, as one half of the ACL Millennium Tag Team Champions, one half of the Azure Knights, Orca, will be facing off against one half of Triple M right here tonight, as Orca takes on Barrett Wallace right here in your opening contest of the evening. And as we're moving into Danger Zone in just a few weeks' time, just 3 weeks from now, ladies and gentlemen, there's gotta be a lot on the mind of the current Millennium Tag Team Champions, as they are still uncertain as to who they are going to be defending those Millennium Tag Team titles against. And a lot of uncertainty, as with everything else going on right now, is hanging in the air. But tonight you have to wonder, if Barrett can get this win right here tonight, you may have to wonder, would that push Triple M to the very front of the line in a sense, and would that make them the men who would be in the front of the line to become Millennium Tag Team Champions? It's a little something to think about in that regard. But nevertheless, as you can see right now, Barrett at the front, Jax at the back, Triple M coming out to the ring right now. And while it has been a very low-key couple of seasons right here for the men who took down the Mashiva Zaibatsu just a few years back, came in here and just took over the tag team scene in one fell swoop. You have to wonder if they're going to be next in line to be a part of the tag team title scene here on Millennium, if they're going to win right here tonight. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, opening contest of the evening, about to go underway. Orca, Barrett, and it's underway right now. Two big, bulky men, two big horses of men just fighting at the middle of the ring right now, and it's pretty much anyone's game for the word go right here. Orca and Barrett both taking on each other with such finesse right here for the word go. Those clubbing strikes right to Barrett right there, but Barrett coming back, but no! Orca continuing to break out of it at each and every turn. But Orca now going for those elbow drops right onto the chest of Barrett right there, trying to wear him down slowly. Barrett, on the other hand, trying to bide his time at this rate, but no! Power and strength of Barrett coming out in full force right here, and that Russian leg sweep as well, and Barrett's just quite simply asking for more at this rate. And no! Spear to the outside, denied right there by Orca. Big boot right there onto Barrett, denied, and no! Shove it at him again. Oh! And still continuing to go for those big boots right to Barrett right there. Oh! Power of Orca, however, coming out in full force as he flaps Jackson right down. But wait a minute, no. Barrett not allowing it for too much. Irish whipping him into the ring post, and oh! Clubbing him with that clothesline into that corner. And the alliteration right there was not intentional there, ladies and gentlemen. Oh! Jesus! Throwing him down just like that, and oh, sending a big elbow down right onto his chest right there. And you have to wonder, even though Orca managing to break out of it just like that, you have to realistically wonder, is Orca in a good frame of mind with this head? Flinging him right back in now. And now picking him up again, but no! Orca not allowing it again. Orca being flung down to the mat again, I should say, sorry. Barrett not allowing it. And now Barrett stomping down onto the chest. Right there onto the chest right there. And oh, wait a minute, Barrett's setting him up now. And now flinging him up and oh! Stun gunning him onto those ropes. Stun gunning him onto those ropes and no, bear hug! Bear hug denied. And now flinging Orca right into the corner now. And now setting him up and oh! Snaked him right into the corner with the snake eyes right into the corner and now rebounding him off the ropes. And now Orca flinging him right back in again. And now Orca sizing up Barrett now. What on earth does he have in store right here for the Avalanche Soldier? No! Elbow right to the head. Right there by Barrett. And no, Orca getting out of it. And now Irish whipping. And now Barrett, no! The back and forth continues between both of these men. And wait a minute, single leg bust and crab right there by Barrett onto Orca. Torquing away at that leg. But no. Orca breaking out. The size, but doesn't have enough power. Does Orca, even though he matches him in size, does he have enough strength to match Barrett in this contest? And wait a minute, no! Orca gets reversed just like that, and no! Bear hug! Bear hug again! Barrett breaking out the bear hug right onto Orca and being squeezed for dear life, and no! Orca breaking out, elbowing at the side of the head and clapping him for good measure as well. And no! High kick denied and that leg sweep sending him down back first onto the mat and oof! Headbutts right there. Now Barrett sizing him up, but no, Orca not allowing it again, but no! And wait a minute, no! Super kick denied. And now, once again, Barrett seizing control for just a second, only for it to be taken away from him almost as quickly. And continuing this assault and shoving Barrett into the corner. And now flinging him up and oh! Once again, you have to imagine that this has got to be, and the back and forth between both of these colossi going at it right there for the... This was going on right from the word go, and it is still going on right now, even as... Oh! Rising Sea Slam! And now... Oh! Double choke bomb, going for the pin. 1, 2... Barrett kicking out after a Rising Sea Slam and that double choke bomb. And now Barrett somewhat getting a second win, as it were. Barrett getting his second win now, but Orca still fighting back. Really, at this point, this is where you have to imagine that the strength between these two, the power that they are exhibiting, has to be coming to a limit in this contest. They cannot overexert themselves, especially the champs. They cannot overexert themselves before the next 3 weeks. And the splash and the continuous splashes right there onto Barrett continues. You have to imagine, what is Barrett going to be able to make of this? Barrett slowly breaking out of it. And now once again with the bear hug. Once again squeezing Orca for dear life with that bear hug. Orca ain't looking too good right now. One false move and that could be it. And now Orca breaking out the bear hug one more time. And now sending Barrett. No! Barrett reversing out of that. Barrett reversing out of that power bomb. And now wait a minute. What on earth? Oh! Avalanche slam! 1, 2. Jesus Christ! Orca managing to kick out of the avalanche slam after a bear hug. That alone has got to be painful. And once again with a rising sea slam, and no! Rope break denied. Rope break denies the pinfall. And now, double choke bomb. Going for the pin now, making sure it's stopped in its tracks. 1, 2, 3. And Orca getting a big win tonight over Barrett Wallace in your opening contest. Making the affirmation tonight. Making the huge affirmative statement tonight that him and Kite are ready for whatever may come in 3 weeks' time. That whomever may be stepping up to the plate to face off against them in 3 weeks' time for those Millennium Tag Team titles, they're ready for whatever may come. And wait! What the hell is Paul Phoenix doing out here? What the hell is Paul Phoenix doing out here assaulting Orca after the match? And what on earth is he planning out here? What the hell is he doing? Orca's already been through. Oh! God. Causing as much chaos as normal, it seems. Seems like chaos seems to be our new normal after all, it looks like. And Paul sizing up Orca now. And now just punching away and just giving off that combination of strikes right there onto Orca. Landing him back first onto the chair for good measure as well. Of course, that's not enough. Here comes knee of destruction, and oh God, landing back of his head first onto that chair. And Orca having already been drained at this point, and oh God! Wait, that's Vamp! That's Vamp assaulting Kite on the outside, and oh Jesus! Just as Kite was going in to make the save for Orca, here comes Vamp to screw it all up. And oh God, no! Oh! Jesus Christ! And oh God, for good measure as well, setting him up and putting him down for the count with a crucifix powerbomb onto the outside. Jesus Christ, what the hell are these two doing? What the hell are these two doing, not just together, but what the hell are these two doing in general? I mean, oh God, they're going in, and now Orca's being set up again. And oh God, Vamp! Oh, single choke slam right there. And now dragging Orca into the corner. And now setting him up, and Paul's coming in. And now, wait a minute, Orca's trying to fight back, but no! Oh no! What the hell are they two doing? Oh my God! A vicious power bomb onto Orca right here. As both Vamp and Paul just look on at the destruction they've caused. And you can tell they feel goddamn proud of what they've done here tonight. And we're back here on Millennium, ladies and gentlemen, and it looks as though we're getting set for Lioness action right here tonight, and well, here comes a woman that's probably got a lot on her plate over the next few weeks. You can definitely tell by the look on her face she's not exactly in the best of moods right here tonight. And let's be clear on this, nobody can blame her at all given what happened last Millennium. Because last Millennium, for those that don't remember, Ellie Williams came out here and pretty much set an ultimatum for Max Caulfield. She'll grant her rematch for the Soul Star Championship, but Chloe Price has to put her career on the line. She has to put her career on the line at ACL, and if she loses, she's fired. Chloe accepted it on Max's behalf, so Lord only knows the strain that's going through the mind of Max Caulfield right now. But she cannot afford to not be focused here tonight. She has to focus herself over the next few weeks, because one false move, even a small loss of momentum, could mean all the difference for her going into the next few weeks. And here comes a woman who's definitely been, for better or for worse, has definitely been in a bit of an interesting predicament over the last few years. Although this is a woman that Max has had a bit of a history with in the past, as after she won the Solar Star title, this was her first defense back at Rebound of last year. So in a way, we're getting a rematch from the absolute barn burner that those two put on over a year ago back at Rebound. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, your second match of the night is now underway. Max Caulfield and Osku are going at it. And some may say this is a little bit of, and some may say, as I just said, this may be a little bit of a rematch from their encounter back at Rebound of last year. And these two, for better or for worse, are in a lot different places than they were back over a year ago. Because as you can see right here and now, Max is definitely not in the most focused of mindsets right now, and she is ready, and she's pretty much, some may say she's a little bit distracted given the events of what's been going on over the last few months, over the last week or so. But you have to wonder if that's going to affect her right here tonight. You have to wonder if it's going to affect her going into tonight, and more so than ever, if it's going to affect her going into Danger Zone in a few weeks' time. Because she cannot afford to have that focus be compromised going into the next few weeks. One fuck up, one loss, and it could mean all the difference. It could mean all the difference for Max Caulfield. Because let's be clear, Max and Chloe have been through quite a lot over the last few years. I'm not saying that what's been going on, what happened last Millennium, was anything to really just like sweep under the rug or anything like that, because it'll be fine. No. Given the current regime that's going on right now, given who is currently in charge of the Lioness division, you cannot take any risks with this kind. You cannot take any kind of risks with this kind of management and this kind of mind games that are being played in this division right now with the women in it. Because when you start taking personal lives into account, and only a one count. But as I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, when you start taking the personal lives of women like Max and Chloe into account, and you start using them as leverage in order to try and push the idea, as to what Ellie presented last time, of course it's going to mean quite a lot going into the long term. But if you're Max Caulfield, you cannot allow those words to get the better of you. You cannot allow those words and the events that are going to transpire because of them go to your... And wait a minute, Max setting Osku up top for the most overused spot in virtual wrestling, the superplex. And the superplex hits the target's head. Hard-hitting impaler DDT. And now Max looking to end it early. Max looking to end it early just like that. Time twister spear! And now, wait a minute. She's not going for the pin, but she's going right there to choke Osku out before going for the pin. 1, 2. Max may have possibly costed herself the pin right there, having with that choke, and no! Immediately going for the pin again, and kicks out immediately after. You have to seriously wonder if that, and wait a minute! Slice bread number 1 right there! Right there on to Max, and oh! Backhand! Backhand right there, and no! Crossbody off! Springboard crossbody! Springboard crossbody onto Max Caulfield just like that, and now wait a minute! Oh! Springboard Hurricane Rana right there by Osku. And now the Funamaki Ninja looking to end it right here and now with a Secret Ninja Art Moon Stomp. A Secret Ninja Art Moon Stomp right there onto Max Caulfield in 1, 2, only a 2 count. And here's the thing, she has allowed Osku, Max has simply allowed Osku to get to this level, has allowed her to take advantage, because she may be distracting herself from what's going on right now. And that may be to her own detriment, but she cannot allow her emotions to get the better of her in a match like this, otherwise it's game, set, match, right there. And now Max, quite simply letting it get the better of her right here and now. And Osku, for better or for worse, may be looking to take advantage of that and flinging her down just like that. And now Osku flinging Max into the ropes, and no, a knee right to the head. Knee right to the head right there of Max Caulfield. And Osku still maintaining the advantage at this point. Irish whipping Max into the corner, but no! Max continuing to power out. And now Osku sending Max into the ropes, setting her up top. And oh wait, this ain't gonna be looking good right here for Max Caulfield. If Osku has anything to say about this, going for a superplex of her own from the top of the rope. Right there! Landing her right there into the middle of the ring. And that distraction right there and that distraction in the mind of Max Caulfield may be looking to cost her right here and now. And wait a minute. No! Max catches it! Sets her down with a spine buster for good measure. And now, going for a second time twister. Eyeing down Osku, but no, Osku reverses it! Osku reverses the time twister spear. And ramming her posterior right into Max Caulfield. And that one slip may have just cost Max the match right here and now. Osku's up top. A second Secret Ninja Art Moon Stomp right there from the top. That one slip may have just cost Max the entire match right here tonight. Going for the pin. 1, 2. But Max Caulfield still managing the kick out. Showing pure determination even after everything. Showing that even if she's distracted, she still has that determination. But is she going to be able to survive even a bit longer if Osku has her way right here and now? Going to the outside again. Asuka calling up Max. What on earth does she have in store? Wait a minute. Setting us, faking her out just like that. And now she might not be looking to fake her out this time. No! Faking her out again! But no! Max playing coy! Clothesline right there! Clothesline right there sets out Asuka, but no! Jawbreaker right there onto Max by Asuka. Backhanding her just like that. And now, looking to call her up. Springboard through the ropes and no! X-Factor Slam! 1, 2. Asuka can't believe it. She's still managing a way to kick out at every turn. And Asuka's pretty much saying, playtime's over. Asuka may be looking at her and saying, playtime's over, kid. This is how it's gonna end. No! Max! Reversing out of it! Crossbody, no! Asuka catches her into that crossbody and slams her down right there into the ropes, and referee making sure the challenger isn't too hurt right here and now. Making sure the challenger for the Solar Star title in just 3 weeks isn't hurt too much. And now, Asuka setting Max. And oh no, this ain't gonna be looking good for Max. If we know anything about that trio position, it's only been broken out for only a few instances. And Asuka looking for it. Setting her down with that double stomp right there off the ropes, and that could be it. 1, 2, 3. Max Caulfield fought hard despite the distractions in her mind, despite everything. She fought damn hard tonight. But you have to imagine that Max Caulfield, for better or for worse, has to get her head of the game sooner rather than later. Otherwise, at the end of the day, it could prove to be disastrous. It could prove to be extremely disastrous for her in a few weeks at Danger Zone. Because it's not just going to be a simple loss for the title, it's going to be losing her, not just her best friend, but her lover as well. She could lose everything in one fell swoop if she is not careful. That's the thing you gotta take into account with something like this. But nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, that impressive contest is how we're leading into the next battle to the night. And wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how to say this, but I'm getting word that, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to be joined by Ranma Saotome. We're about to be joined by the King of Saotome style, and there he is. Ranma Saotome making his way out to the ring right now. Given what happened last Millennium, he's probably got a lot on his plate. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. What the hell's going through the mind of Ranma Saotome?
Last Millennium, the worst thing that could have happened to my family occurred at the hands of that bastard Spike Spiegel. Last week, after I had come out here and won in the middle of this ring, that bastard decided that I had apparently done something to rub him the wrong way, and he assaulted my wife Akane. I know you've done some lowly things, Outlaw, but this This is one of the worst. Between assaulting a child and now assaulting women? I didn't think you'd sink any lower, but now? Assaulting married women like that? You really have no honor. But if you have a problem with me, you don't need to assault my wife to get my attention. All you needed to do was this. Get out here right now and say it to me.
Oh my! Ranma Saotome calling out Spike Spiegel of the events that happened last millennium. And it looks as though the bastard that hospitalized Akane Tendo is more than happy to make himself known right here tonight. And you know what? Ranma does have a point. Just when you think that this bastard of a human being could not sink any lower, that he would assault children, that he would go and assault women and married women at that. Just when you think this bastard has done it all, he ceases to amaze you even now. And to be honest, I don't blame Ranma for feeling the way he does right now. It's very well justified if you ask me. But nevertheless, we're about to hear the response from the bastard outlaw himself.
Oh, how pleasant to see you again, Ranma. It hasn't been too long since you eliminated me from the gauntlet, costing me a well-deserved shot at the Millennium Championship that is now in the hands of that brat Keep. But I suppose I do have to thank you for something. After all, you gave me an excuse to have these fans hate me even more. But let's of course get to the real reason why I'm out here tonight. The reason why I attacked your wife, as you call her. It's simple. I want to strike a deal with you. And I know what you're thinking. Why make a deal now after you've assaulted my wife? Well, the answer is simple. I wanted to let you know of what will happen if you decline my generous offer. So my offer is simple. You, Ryoga, and Akane all join Spiral. After all, we already have a 1% majority in this company. We hold the power and all the perks. So, why not join our cause in not just making this brand and this company better, but make virtual wrestling as we know it beg for mercy? After all, a king of your stature should obviously see worth in a cause like this. Didn't you want to be the dominant king of Saotome style? We can easily make that happen.
Ranma, for the love of God, you're better than that. You're better than that, man.
Are you being real with me right now? You're offering me a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity like this? For me, my wife, and my long-term rival, to join up with a petty group of sellouts like your group? Give me a fucking break, Spiegel. Even if you didn't attack my wife so viciously 2 weeks ago, I would say no. We all know your group is nothing more than a smokescreen to hide the fact that you couldn't do anything on your own. So you needed to get a group of thugs to do it for you. At least I'm honest with the fact that I brought Ryoga in to help me out. You're just a petty bastard of a human being that won't stop until he ruins everything around him. And it would be akin to spitting in the face of my wife if I took your offer. We decline.
Damn right you decline! Damn fucking right you decline!
Oh, that's just too bad. I guess if you're not going to comply, we're gonna have to take matters to force your hand into it. After all, we know where Ryoga is right now, the hospital room that your wife is in right now.
Wait, what the fuck? What?
While we can leave it to our imagination to figure out what may actually be going on there, we have two members of our group waiting outside the room to beat them both down. So I'm gonna ask again. Join Spiral, and nobody gets hurt.
If you want to hurt someone so badly, you can stop going after my family for one. My wife has suffered enough at your hands, so leave her out of this. If you want to hurt someone, I'll be the one to do it. You and me at Danger Zone. And if it'll make you happy so much if I lose, I'll agree to let Dojo Saotome join Spiral.
Oh, come on, dude. Come on, you're better than this!
Just don't hurt them. I'm begging you here, Spike.
See? was meeting in the middle so hard. Boys, you can stand down. We got what we wanted.
This sick son of a bitch. This sick son of a bitch literally made Ranma beg him not to assault his wife again. And he's helping him up, and oh god. Oh god. And wait a minute! God fucking damn it! Real folk blues onto Ranma after he made him beg him not to assault Akane again! This absolute troglodyte of a human being has no moral fiber!
I'll see you at the danger zone, King.
Oh, this cocky son of a bitch! You're not gonna win at danger zone, you son of a bitch! And Ranma's gonna make sure of it!
Select the one to fight with, get it on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Pick and choose the right one, get it on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, yeah. Select the one to fight with, get it on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Yes, sir. Pick and choose the right one, get it on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's time for you to get into the character. You're here to lose or here to win, I'm only asking you. Either you beat him or get beaten like an amateur. Either you drive or you get driven like a passenger. The fight's around the corner, so pick the one you want to. Represent your way, go head to head with your opponent. Feel it in the air, tension is electric. The glory's imminent, this is something epic. It's for one of you, so what you gonna do? When your enemy is standing right in front of you, are you gonna lose, or are you gonna prove to everyone that never thought you win that you can rule? Cause everything is in your hands, you control it. And everything that is the past, it is over. This is now, this is everything that is. So you better make the right pick. Select the one to fight with, get it on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Pick and choose the right one, get it on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Select the one to fight with, get it on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Pick and choose the right one, get it on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Select the one to fight with, get it on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Pick and choose the right one, get it on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Select the one to fight with, get it on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Pick and choose the right one, get it on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're back here on Millennium, ladies and gentlemen. I had to calm myself down after what we just saw, because Jesus Christ, every time he comes out here, it's almost as though he's trying to one-up himself from the last time we see him. And it disgusts me, ladies and gentlemen. It disgusts me that that absolute bastard of a human being and his group of thugs, that cult of thugs that he runs over, continues to be such unbelievable pricks. Nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get set for our main event of the evening, as Midoriya, Izuku, and the militant Street Fighter Alex are about to face off in non-title action. And within the next few weeks, Midoriya Izuku will be defending that title against Keith, one half of the legendary defenders, at Danger Zone, in a match yet to be determined. You have to imagine that there's gotta be a lot going through his mind going into that match. But tonight, he may prove himself to have a very big chip on his shoulder as he faces off against a man with a considerable size difference. Not that that has stopped Midoriya Izuku in the past from beating and winning in the past to such a degree as this. But going into such a defense like that, you have to imagine Midoriya has got to have a lot on his mind. He's got to have a lot going on his mind, and he's got to have a lot on his plate going into that event, for better or for worse. But this, ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening. Midoriya versus Alex, and it's underway right now. Both men meeting in the middle right now. Alex getting the immediate first strikes in But both men going for that combo tie-up in the middle of the ring. Alex gaining the advantage and sending him right back down. And just yanking at that head right now. But Midoriya reversing it into a headlock of his own. And now, taking him down just like that. Right down, and no, Alex. Alex reversing it. And now yanking at his arm again. Continuing to yank at the body right there of Midoriya. And continuing that assault again. Reversing out of it. Midoriya continuing to show his worth right here and now. Hurricane Rana all over the world with that float over Hurricane Rana right there on to Alex. And no. And this, once again, is one of those things that Midoriya has gotten a bit used to over the last few years, and especially ever since becoming Millennium Champion. That he has a considerable size difference over a lot of people. He has a size difference with a lot of his opponents. He's got a power difference as well, but you cannot fault the heart that he has in every single match. We saw that a lot last year when he both chased the belt and he put his heart into facing off for that belt. So you cannot fault Midoriya at all for finally, at this point in his defenses of the belt, to have some kind of fair defenses going for it. And no! Springboard drop kick denied. But no, Alex proving that his strength may overpower the hero and the current Millennium Champion just like that, as he has been overpowering Midoriya from the word go. And continuing to yank right at that body, continuing to just wear down on Midoriya right here and now. But Midoriya, despite everything, and no! Springboard moonsault right there. And continuing to just wear down and continuing to use his power to continuing to try and wear down despite the power disadvantage. And no! Alex, however, continuing to still use that power advantage to his own advantage right here for the word go. And now, Midoriya just trying to power out of it. Trying to power out of it with that leg lock, but now finding an opening just like that and taking full advantage of it. Midoriya breaks out. But it doesn't look like it. But it doesn't look like he'll be able to celebrate for too long. Militant slam right there by Alex. Alex hitting that militant slam and now going for the pin. No! Midoriya managed to kick out. Alex took way too long trying to go for the pin. And now Midoriya setting Alex to the outside. And oh, wait a minute. Sunset flip powerbomb right to the outside. Using the leveraging of that flip to send Alex right to the outside. And now Alex could be in trouble. Midoriya setting it up for Detroit Smash! Now going for the pin. 1, 2, and no! Alex kicks out just at 2. Just at 2. And now Midoriya going right back in. And frog splash right for the outside. And no! Wrist lock lariat right there by Alex. And as you can see right there, Alex now about to set it up. No! Third strike denied. And now that clothesline into the corner, hitting the target again. And now looks to be setting him up again. Could be about to hit him once again for another. No! A second Detroit Smash denied. And Alex using the advantage of setting him down after that denied Detroit smash. And looking to take the advantage back into his corner. Eyeing him down. And now looking to pick him up. And wait a minute. No! Midoriya breaking out again. The heart of Midoriya coming out in full force right here in this match. And now Midoriya almost wanting Alex to get back in so that he can just prove that he is indeed worthy. And Alex getting to his senses. And now Midoriya sending him up into that corner now. No! Clothesline into the corner. Denied that time. Alex telegraphed it with proper precision right there. Picking him up. And now, wait a minute. Alex setting him up for... Oh, an All-American Brain Buster. And now setting him into the corner now. Eyeing him down. Eyeing down the current champion. But no! Third strike denied for a second time. Midoriya knowing that if he gets hit by that third strike, it may be game, set, match for him right here and now. So he's trying his best to make sure he does not get hit by that. He's trying to make damn well certain he cannot get hit by that. And Detroit smash denied! A Detroit smash denied now. And Alex now eyeing him down, waiting for him to get back in, and now, Militant Slam, right there, and now, going for the 1-2 combo, Militant Slam, setting it up for a third strike, busting him open, and now, Midoriya could be down for the count, 1, 2, Midoriya, despite being busted open, despite everything, and he's back up. Midoriya's back up! The kid's heart and power and persistence coming out in full force right here tonight in this match. You have to wonder if after everything that he's done, if he's pulling out all the stops against him to prove a point right here in this match. I mean, I know for a fact the kid, we know you have heart, kid. We know you have a lot of heart as a champion. But you gotta conserve yourself. These next 3 weeks are important. These next 3 weeks are definitely important. Some may say they are the most important for you as a champion because they are what makes you this. Going into a night like Danger Zone, you need to be at your top performance. And Alex is back up. Alex is back up and he's on the assault. Ducking down just like that. And now, Alex with a flying clothesline just like that right onto Midoriya. And now setting him up once again for that All-American Brainbuster. All-American Brainbuster. And now he's about to follow up with the coup de grace right here. Third strike again. 1, 2, 3. Alex pulling out a massive win, and especially a massive, huge win over the current Millennium Champion. You would have to think with a big win like that, that could easily put him in top contention for the belt sooner rather than later. But given the current climate of the ACL Millennium Championship scene, we may see these two clash sooner or later once again for that belt. But that was a massive win and a massive match in general right here as your main event of the evening. That could have been on CPV, ladies and gentlemen. But you got that for free right here tonight on Millennium in your main event. But yet, this is not how we're going to be ending off the night, ladies and gentlemen. Because as we announced at the beginning of the night, we have still yet to address what is currently going on with the Lioness title. And as we now await as both Alex and Midoriya leave the ring, we now await our current Lioness head, Faye Valentine. And here she comes, ladies and gentlemen, the current head of the Lioness division, Faye Valentine. Looking here to essentially make some sense of the current circumstances regarding Revy stealing the belt just 2 weeks ago on last Millennium. Tonight, she has got to have a lot going on in her mind going into this announcement, given everything that has transpired since then and everything that has been going on in everything that has happened, especially with the Lioness title, and given everything that's been going on with that belt, you have to imagine there's got to be a lot going into her mind as she makes this announcement tonight. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to get word by Faye Valentine.
Last Millennium was meant to be a huge night for the Lioness division. It was meant to be a night of celebration of what it has done. It was meant to be a glorious end, brought about by a brilliant main event between Korra and Balalaika. But, due to the work of one particular rebel, that match and our brilliant evening were ruined. And not only that, but the symbol of excellence of our division was stolen, with our security being laid to waste as they attempted to get that belt from the hands of the foul-mouthed invader. And yes, I'm referring to you, Revy. I know you are watching this from whatever you call your home nowadays. I know you are watching this, and so I am directing this message to you right now. You are holding on to company property of the All-Star CAW League. If you do not return the property to us within the next week, we will have no option but...
Oh boy. Here comes one pissed off Avatar coming into the ring tonight without her belt. And you have to imagine that the current Lioness Champion, even though she doesn't have the belt with her tonight, is pissed off more than anything in the world right here and now, given everything that has been going on, and especially everything that has happened and transpired over the last few weeks, and she cannot be happy.
Korra, I appreciate you coming out here like this, but now is not the time for—
Shut the hell up, you poor man's excuse for a lioness head!
Oh, yep. She's mad!
This situation is as much important to myself as it is to management. Because while you keep on saying that she's stolen company property, she's also stolen personal property. And believe me, Miss Valentine, I am beyond pissed off that happened last Millennium as well. But unlike you, I have a better solution than coming out here and saying shit and not doing anything. Rebecca, you're watching this. This is my message and my personal invitation. If you bring the belt back next week here on Millennium, I will be here in the ring alone. All you need to do is give me my belt, and I'll even grant you a shot at the Lioness Championship at Danger Zone in 3 weeks' time. All you need to do is give me my fucking title back next week.
Oh, she not only wants the belt back, she wants to kick Revy's ass as well for good measure.
Excuse me, Avatar. Who named you the woman that makes the matches around here? You may be the Lioness Champion, but I am the one that is the decision maker around these parts. But it does give me a good idea. If Revy does come next week and gives you the belt as you say, I'll consider the request, but only if there is no funny business next week and the handover of the belt is without any kind of further mess for this company.
You know I don't like you, but I want my damn belt back and to knock that rebel's head off after what happened last time. And if you know what's best for this company, you'll make the match happen.
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, next week, will Revy return the Lioness title here next week on Millennium? Korra's gonna be waiting for her, and we're gonna find out sooner rather than later.